Dr. Dave Umahi. I know all those details because I was one year boy. Who is the chairman of the Southeast Governors Forum, to give us the opening address on behalf of the Southeast Governors Forum. He is ably represented by his Deputy Governor, Dr. Kelechi Igwe, and I will not add the rest of his accolades, otherwise we'll be here all afternoon. Your Excellency, please, if you could come and say a few words to us. Thank you.
That made it impossible for us to be here at 10 o'clock on the dot. It is not in our nature, especially in Ebonyi State, to be late by 1 minute to the function. So kindly indulge me. But walking in here, I saw Dede Pascal Dozier and Professor Bat Naji. And first of all, as I saw Professor Onya and Dave Mwachukwu, who walked in after I had arrived, and the anchor man, the moderator, and in a loose sense, the master of ceremony of today's summit, Mark Abani. And I asked myself, what are we looking for again if all these men are in this hall and we are talking about financing Southeast economic development? They know where to get the money, they know what to do. Asking us to come here, in my own personal opinion, is just to take a note, a brief from us, and know whether our thought process is same with theirs. So while the Pascal Dozier crossed over to the other side, I looked intently to know what he was going to do. And he stretched forth his hand to say hi to another wonderful guru, Dr. Abraham. And I say, why is Nigeria lacking when we have all these great men here? Suffice it to say that I want to immensely thank, on behalf of my governor, Engineer Chief David Mweze Umahi, the chairman of the Southeast Governors Forum, to thank the organizers and the planners of especially today's summit, the 4th Southeast Economic Summit. They have done a wonderful job. I do not know whether anything is left undone going by what they have done. I want to apologize again on behalf of my governor who is unable to make it. The nature of governance is better appreciated when you are wearing the shoes. That's why the host governor just walked in here and told us there's an emergency, and he walked out. But for my governor, he said, if I am not there, they will not understand. But if you are there, they will appreciate that I did everything possible to come. Because of the impossibility that is on the rack, I had to send my deputy. And that's why I'm here, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. And having come at the time I walked in, I do not know whether I am to give an opening address or closing address. Whichever way, whatever you get from me still stands as the opening address. May I, on behalf of the Southeast Governors Forum, welcome the distinguished dignitaries and delegates to the 4th Southeast Economic Summit. I view the opportunity to address this auspicious gathering as a great privilege and honor. This summit couldn't have come at a more opportune time for the following reasons, and there are three. One, it is coming at a historic moment in our nationhood when we seek to diversify our economy with a view to rescuing it from the current monolithic model anchored on a single commodity and placing it on a balanced spectrum that encompasses all economic contributors driven by knowledge and technology. 2, the summit is occurring at a time of unprecedented global innovation and technological paradigm shift called the Fourth Industrial Revolution. Technological advancement in the Fourth Industrial Revolution, such as blockchain, Internet of Things, and artificial intelligence, will shape the direction of global economy in the coming decades. The Southeast Nigeria cannot afford to miss out in the huge benefits accruing from these breakthroughs. Number 3, the agitation for political and economic restructuring of Nigeria is at its crescendo. While the debate rages on, the Southeast can lead the way in creating an enviable economic bloc through interstate collaboration to build a vibrant economic sub-region that can be reckoned with globally. It is these notes that I congratulate the Southeast Governors Forum and SEREDEC for jointly organizing this summit and for choosing the all-encompassing, apt and propitious theme, financing Southeast economic development and ease of doing business in the Southeast. It is my avid belief that by the time this theme is comprehensively exhausted, the Southeast will be placed in a pole position for macroeconomic advancement. I am convinced that men and women with proven expertise and in-depth knowledge in economic and developmental matters have been assembled, just as we have seen, especially listening to the president of Afro-Exim Bank, representative here. I feel that the men assembled by the technical committee to deliberate on this theme of the summit are strong enough to deliver on it. I would therefore not delve in any details into the technicalities of the theme. Permit me, however, in a manner of speaking, to add to the thought processes of the technical experts by bearing my mind on how we can jointly fast-track economic development in the Southeast and position it as an investment destination in Nigeria and beyond. There is no gainsaying the fact that the Southeast of Nigeria is the most resilient, entrepreneurial, and development-oriented region in Africa. We did not only survive the pogrom of 1966 and the devastating war of 1967 to 1970, but have succeeded in rebuilding the lives, businesses, and societies that were needlessly lost during the devastating war. The Southeast of Nigeria today boasts of every critical element required to make it one of the fastest growing regions in the world. The region, if carefully developed, could compete with the other advanced regions of the world, including the Shenzhen province of China, whose economy is only second to the Silicon Valley that was just mentioned a few minutes ago. The Shenzhen province has a GDP of $352.71 billion in 2018, compared to Nigeria's GDP of $398.186 million in the same year. Shenzhen's economic vibrancy is driven mainly by high-tech industries and foreign direct investment. This is my dream for the Southeast region of Nigeria. The Southeast geopolitical zone must, therefore, muster the political will to harness the opportunities that are bound in the zone in order to realize this dream. In order to achieve this, permit me to ponder on the following points. 1, collaboration in agriculture and soil mineral development. Agriculture remains the only feasible and visible alternative to the oil-dependent economy in Nigeria, and particularly the Southeast zone. Increasing growth and enhancing sustainable agricultural production in the Southeast zone of Nigeria will help to develop the rural communities, reduce rural-urban migration, create job opportunities, reduce poverty, secure food supply, increase internal revenue generation, expand foreign exchange earnings, and increase GDP per capita. Despite the huge agricultural potentials in the southeastern states of Nigeria, the sector is largely underdeveloped and left in the hands of peasants, family farmers. Thus, for the southeastern states to remain economically viable, they must look inwards and develop the only viable alternative, which to me is agriculture. To make this possible, the sector needs to be revolutionized from its current peasantry state to a modernized, fully mechanized state to ensure growth and sustainable agricultural production. The relative comparative strength of the various states in agricultural production can be used to the advantage of the zone. Rather than proliferate same agricultural programs, the states should consider pooling their resources together in effective collaboration to develop and export select agricultural products. This will enhance the development of a formidable regional economy rather than struggling the state economies. This was the case in the pre-oil era when palm produce was the mainstay of the Southeast. Furthermore, ladies and gentlemen, the Southeast of Nigeria boasts of several solid mineral deposits that occur at commercial quantities. Statistics shows that apart from a few of the deposits that are at various partial stages of exploration, over 90% of other minerals have not been touched. Available data has shown that Nigeria has spent over 23 billion US dollars, that's about 3.6 billion naira, in salt importation in the last 10 years, which could have easily been produced in commercial quantity in Southeast Nigeria. We have this large deposit in Ubru in Ebonyi State that can guarantee such supply to Nigeria and Africa. I want to say, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that in order to ensure accelerated development in the Southeast, the states are encouraged to invest in the huge economic potentials provided by the solid mineral sector. Number two, boosting IGR through strategy and innovation. To fast-track economic and infrastructural development, governments across the Southeast need to enhance their revenue generation through strategic planning and technological innovation. Most of the times, emphasis have been placed on tax collection to generate revenue internally. However, to maximize revenue generation, governments must develop strategies to expand their earning capacities. Some of the areas to develop include: 1, improve ease of doing business; 2, encourage entrepreneurship; 3, target the youths; 4, reform the apprenticeship scheme; and 5, create jobs and reduce unemployment. And why do I list these 5 thematic areas? In ease of doing business, this will encourage local and foreign investors to establish business in our states, pay taxes, and boost local economy. In doing this, our governments need to simplify tax systems, create business-friendly environments, ensure adequate security for businesses, and provide necessary infrastructure, including roads, power, and water. To encourage entrepreneurship, in order to expand revenue generation base, governments must ensure the emergence and survival of micro, small, and medium enterprises. This will reduce unemployment, enlarge tax nets, and increase internally generated revenue. And for our target audience, the youth make up the 50%, about 50% of the population of our states. Thus, there are invaluable assets waiting to be harnessed. Youth unemployment in Nigeria averaged 24% from 2014 to 2018, peaking at 38% in the second quarter of 2018. This has come with attendant risks, including insecurity, cyber crimes, and other restiveness. Our government must actively engage and rechannel the youth towards gainful venture. The energy is enormous, and once this is done, I believe that there will be translation and transformation of the minds of our youth. We must replace the so-called Yahoo Boy syndrome with the emerging technologies in the 4th Industrial Revolution. In reforming the apprenticeship scheme, the Southeast of Nigeria has the most effective apprenticeship scheme in Nigeria. This is an excellent alternate educational scheme practiced in many developed economies in the world. It offers an optional route in vocational education and needs to be transformed. Governments in Southeast need to enact appropriate legislations that will curtail the abuses and excesses in the scheme. Governments also need to collaborate with the private sector and the academia to make the scheme more effective and attractive. This will ensure that apprentices are given the opportunity to access formal education in addition to skill acquisition. How do we create jobs, and why do we need to create jobs and reduce unemployment? If we would ever achieve the accelerated and sustainable development we desire in the Southeast, we must creatively reduce unemployment. It is obvious that governments alone cannot give jobs to everyone, but we must accept our responsibilities in making sure that the jobs are created in our states. This requires innovative and strategic approach. One excellent approach is the so-called triple helix nexus, which involves the effective collaboration among government, the organized private sector, and the academia. This would enable our academic institutions to evolve into entrepreneurial centers addressing the technical needs of our industries, while governments provide the enabling legislative and supervisory environment for the process to thrive. The result would be top-notch graduates that will create jobs, a boost to macroeconomics, and sustainable development. I was nodding my head when the representative of President Orama was talking about Nilicum Valley. This is our idea, and this is the vision my governor, the chairman of the Southeastern Governors Forum, has for the entire Southeast, and I believe it is workable. I believe it is something that will give teeth to the Southeast to bite. Number 3, revamping our commerce and industry. It is a known fact that the Southeast of Nigeria remains the most commercially minded zone in Nigeria. And I beg bold to say this without fear or favor. And every part of this nation attests to this fact. Trading amongst Igbo dates back to the 18th century and has developed into a global phenomenon. However, a lot still needs to be done to develop the sector in accordance with current realities. This requires modernizing the sector, facilitating affordable access to funds, and creating a global reach. There is need to create digital platforms that would contain compendia of all businesses and individuals involved in commercial activities across our commercial cities, from Aba to Owerri, Onitsha to Awka, as well as Abakaliki to Enugu. This would involve the comprehensive enumeration and documentation of businesses. Well, we are leading to show what other Southeastern state governors must do to provide a veritable platform for revamping our commerce and industry in the entire Southeast. Number 4, education and knowledge-based economy. We cannot talk about fast-tracking development without mentoring human resource development. This will be achieved through qualitative education. Education increases productivity and increases earning capacity. In a globally competitive economic world, there is greater need now than ever before for talented and enterprising labor force to drive constant innovation in products and service development and to inculcate the culture of entrepreneurship and for cutting-edge technological advancement. Moreover, ours is an era of knowledge-based economy where the universities, industries, and governments are identified as key players and drivers of that. For economies to grow, the education should be seen as part of supply chain to businesses. National economies depend on education in 3 critical areas: the application and exploitation of research knowledge, the enterprise and entrepreneurial culture that the education develops in people, and the applicability of the knowledge and skills of its graduates. Therefore, our governments must place priority on the development of our educational system. We must increase our budgetary allocation to the education sector, provide state-of-the-art equipment, improve quality and motivation among teachers, and modernize teaching and learning in our schools. Your Excellency and distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is our time as Southeasterners. Permit me to draw inspiration from the first Black president of the United States of America, Barack Obama, who said, "Change will not come if we wait for some other persons or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek." End of quote. But I dare ask, what manner of change do we seek? Since independence, Nigeria has experimented on several socio-economic theories and models in a bid to chart her way out of the woods. And yet, the greatness we all yell for has remained largely elusive.